pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, everybody.
Well, I'll get out of here, but
All right, thanks.
thank you. You did nothing. Right.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and go into the board of minutes. Do I have a,
I'll move to accept the board of minutes.
I second it. Any public comment?
None.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Correspondence.
I just gave it. Okay. All right. The first thing from reference grant number project title Granite County Coop Forest Road.
It's from the Forest Service.
What is it? Sorry. That's all we have on correspondence. We'll go right into public comment, Billy.
Okay.
Gonna get moisture up there, Chuck.
Yeah. Figure about an inch.
There's a good, I know we're gonna talk about it in a while there. This letter, I'll let you read it, of course.
Oh, yeah.
The one about,
That what's coming in. That's
was-
actually.
It was one that was forwarded this morning, actually, from Brad Learman from Todd Live, which I can post.
so just that road that over here that we're gonna work on, 15.
They're working on it right now. They should be over half, 3/4 done.
Yeah.
I don't, Paul's supposed to be and give us an update.
I need to get with him so I can invoice.
We need to have the.
Yeah, anyway, it looks like, we got 8 to 12 inches, catch 7 like real wet. So I figured about an inch. Just guessing, 'cause I can't measure it because it won't go in the range.
It seems like it's going south of us and getting that way more, because you get down to just on that side of Maxville and down in, there's nothing.
Oh,
So it's kind of, it's,
no, we got a lot.
yeah, we got,
We got a lot of snow right now.
yesterday I went hunting up above Drummond there, and there's about a foot of snow. So I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, it's just like that one little area, but then you look out there this morning, it was snowing, snowing up there now, so maybe. We go off for a second.
Yes.
County Commissioners,
That's what I was calling about. You closed the meeting again. No reason. Thank you.
I didn't have to give you a reason, thank you. But, dude, we're two, that's.
We're on, right?
Huh?
We're on.
Any public comments, Billy, since the meeting's back on?
Is Paul gonna be here today?
I don't know.
There's a city more fun. I'm pretty sure it was.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. I got a guy that's not to wait to get out of jail here, but that's how I was through the process of releasing him. Yeah.
Who called? You can't.
I don't know. Dispatch just said there was some yelling going on. I didn't ask.
Oh, Elena has comment.
Go ahead, Elena, for the record.
Thank you. Again, I have a lot of comments to make, the way these meetings are being handled. There was no, I'm talking, thank you. There was no. Scott, if you'd like to interrupt and talk and use your 4-letter words, go ahead when I'm finished. Now, to continue. There were no introductions. I have no clue who's there as far as the commissioners are concerned. I'll assume that Blanche isn't there, but I don't know. The other thing is the board minutes. That was rushed. And as far as the October 7th special meeting, oh, I have a lot of comments about that. And you already approved them last week without us seeing the draft. So I will put that in correspondence and send all the questions and errors that I see on that. Again, for the record, you closed the meeting, which you did by muting the mics. And I think I heard you say, Mr. Chairman, you don't need a reason. That's interesting, because according to the codes, Montana codes annotated, you do need a reason. I think I'm finished for now. Thank you.
We still have 5 more minutes for public comment. Oh.
Oh. Oh, San Diego.
It was nice. I'm happy to be back. I don't really particularly care for Southern California, but
Any people down there?
yeah, but the weather was lovely. It was fairly, it was kind of cool. So it was in like the mid-60s. There was one day that it was pretty hot. But it was nice. Couldn't get my kid off the beach.
Oh, the Yorkers.
They were cool. I love you.
How many is there?
I think there was 5. Then we did the polar bear thing at the zoo where we got to like be the first ones in when they first let the polar bears out, and I thought that was really cool. We got to feed the giraffes. That was cool. My kid thought the zoo was dumb. Like, I've been to a zoo. I'm like, this is so cool. He's like, I've been to the zoo. But it was cool. It was fun. Came back to snow.
Mhm.
Came back to snow.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice when you were gone.
Yeah. There's hardly any snow at my house, so.
Did-
It skipped us.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, we just have a skip.
All right, we're gonna go ahead in the weekly report with Road and Bridge Superintendent Paul. I think he's out in the lobby. Right, there he is.
Here it comes.
Good morning.
Is it?
And
I don't know.
here,
Well, I'm working up in Maxville on that Forest Service Road. And we should be. Have all the excavation stuff done today. And we still got gravel and stuff we gotta haul up there and do that part of it, but we're supposed to be in the 50s by the end of the week, so. That's the plan. We'll see how muddy it gets, go from there, but
So it should, it should be done this weekend or?
yeah. we'll definitely be done with the cat work and the excavator work, for sure. You
Is
know,
it gonna, are we gonna be okay on the money wise?
yeah,
No, you're-
no, I've been pretty close, been a while, yeah, we'll be.
So did we get that advertisement out for the?
We're getting it out this week. We missed it last week, but we're getting it
That's
out
for the
this week,
gravel,
which will
they
still
did.
be in time for the opening on the 15th.
You know,
Right, so we're going this week, and then it's gonna be open at what date?
the
The 15th,
Which way,
sorry. November 15th is what we have for the open date.
because we're not here on the 8th, that's election. day,
Right.
So that's. big.
Well, that'll be fine. Would you email me a bid packet?
Yes.
I can forward it to people.
Got some people asking.
No. I just want to forward it on to a few people.
Oh, I
anyway.
was gonna say, why can't they just give it to us?
Do you still have to take a grader up to the lake?
Yeah,
I was wondering if you could.
I apologize for my outburst, and you should apologize too.
Well, I guess I don't know what I did.
You don't know what you did?
We're not gonna start again, let's just, go ahead and tell Blanche what's going on with the road up.
Just a second.
Anyway, there's a few places that didn't last very long and waited. So
okay,
if they could swing by there,
up where at, Joe?
all from the pavement to the corner,
And, I mean, on what road?
eastward,
Oh, yeah, I know it's not.
and then in front of where it was. For some reason, I just pothole
In front of where?
again.
Yeah, I will have to hit the whole damn thing, you know. It just shouldn't be bladed if we got this little bit of moisture. Why wouldn't it do that, you know? But. Now we'll have a lot of good afternoons now, you know, we'll get this little storm over with. What I was saying is, we're just about done with that Maxville job. So we're just about done with that Maxville job. This week we'll be done with the construction part of it, except for some of the hauling of the gravel. And
So the Maxville job.
that Forest Service job,
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
so that's kind of where we're at with that.
And I asked him about it, we're gonna be okay on the money wise, he said yes, so. I just, it seemed like a lot of time getting in there, and I just don't want that, you know, budget's pretty tight.
Yeah, we'll be good.
We got all our sand ready.
Yep, all sound ready. Hauled a few more loads to Drummond today. One thing. We have a big pile of millings that we dug out. It was the ground layer. They're useless to us. Because they're just, you can't put them on a good road, you know, because there's too much dirt in them. Well, the Kiwanis would like to have some of them for that road down by the railroad track that goes into their park. By the substation in Drummond.
So when you say the bottom, is that your last haul when you're moving them? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's the dirty part.
It's the stuff off the bottom that we had to go back and scrape back up off the Windows Pond.
It just, there's just too much contaminant in it. But,
Would they haul it?
oh, I don't know, if they would or not, but they don't have something to haul with.
Oh, I didn't, want their building load or?
How many loads?
I'd like to talk them into taking it all. But I don't know, I just talked with Chuck Johnson last night. And I just told him I'd run it by you guys, see if you care.
We don't have no use, but we can't use it.
And they're not private. You know, whereas Kiwanis, we gave them stuff before.
That's why
I say let's get them out of there if they'll take them.
I would make a motion on them. I'll make a motion that we agree with getting rid of them old paint and bond mailing. And to give to the Kiwanis.
Right.
I'll second.
Oh, you made most?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
sorry. Any public comment on that?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
So we'll go ahead and do that. Good time, like, money that.
Yeah, we got some time, yeah, just,
Sitting down. Yeah, I'll be all right, get rid of that big comment. We lot there.
there is.
Okay.
Did you say you did a little work up on a granite already?
Not yet.
So
Not
is it wet enough now that? maybe-
Oh, yeah, we're just trying to get our main stuff done first and then. We'll get it. Do some,
Before the snow really flies?
yeah,
If we can,
yeah,
gotta get that horse in the slow down and then get these others caught back up. It didn't last very long, the road so dry and that time was right out.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what it was, I think.
well, they're just powder, you know,
All the sanders ready.
we only have a couple of them in. Just cause we're using the dump trucks,
Yeah, now I just make it through, or just not make it through this action. Board.
yeah. Yeah, we got two ready, put one more together today.
Did you, or would you talk to Marion Rose, please?
For what?
We want to look at a culvert. You've looked at it, ice, and would you just
Which one now?
sing,
One on the dump truck?
would you just call and talk to him, please?
Yeah.
He's,
And the parts for the backhoe at the dump. They're not gonna be till the middle of November. They got all of everything but the main husk part that's all on the back of the tractor. And just, it's coming. It's supposed to be ready to ship on the 10th. So we should have it on the 15th of next month. We're at that. Just, you just can't get parts. Just the way it is.
once we end up having to rent that other one again, we gotta have something to,
Well, we're just gonna have to,
is that what you're trying to say?
yes. Well, I just letting you know where we're at with the parts, you know. But,
So this is what, the lease are you talking about?
The rent on the back of whatever we had to get. was ours.
Okay, so you leased one, right?
yeah,
Okay, and it's still not here?
The parts.
The parts aren't here,
Or the old one,
and they won't be here till November.
right.
Okay,
so one might have to lease.
okay,
We'll wind up another month renting that other one.
to lease it, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
There's just nothing you can do about it. Other than that, we're waiting for new burn permits to get here, and then we'll burn them piles too. That's about it. Just round and round. More
More of the lice out there.
spots.
Huh?
So I don't know much, I haven't heard much.
I drafted up that invitation for gravel crushing. Is that still needed?
Yeah. Good job this week.
Good. I'm sure if I quite understood we got it wrong. This is a start.
So does this have to go on the agenda before,
You guys
Can we-
approved
we
it last
already-
week.
we had last week? Oh,
Yeah, we already. approved.
Okay.
We just wanted to make.
Right.
Paper.
I totally forgot about it. Thanks for Billy for reminding.
Yeah, no, I did too. We
me.
touched base this
Yeah.
morning.
Are you wanting,
Should it say 10,000 yards and also 15? Does that make it sound like it's 25 or should it just be?
you're thinking about either like taking one or the other?
Yeah, see, we might
Okay.
get it cheaper if we get 15, it would come out that we save a bunch of money doing 15 now to say it's 10.
Yeah.
To move in that.
So I did put at the bottom, the county reserves the right to reject any and all bids, but we could put, the county will select one of the bids. We could put that.
There's separate bids, separate bid.
I just worried it looks like it's either 10 or there's somebody that said, what do you want, 25,000 in?
Yeah,
With quantity being
Yeah,
10,000
that's where I
yards
read.
and also a separate bid of 15,000 yards.
and then the county, and then another sentence saying the county. Will reserve the right just to accept one of these. One bid amount versus the two.
Just because you should be able to save a few dollars on mobilization for sure if they're.
Can we
coming in.
put, sorry, being at least 10,000 yards and more?
Well, we wanna make sure, cause see, then they might give us a quote, well, if we do 15, we'll do it for this price, but if we do it for 10, it's gonna be this price.
I don't know if you want to put at least 10 because you want, I think you want specific like yardage amounts, but if you want to change up the yardage amounts, you can.
Okay, so with quantities being 10,000 and also 15,000, so you're asking for two bids then,
Yeah, whatever, just make sure.
And then
make sure
yeah,
it's
the
separate.
county will
either
accept.
10 or 15.
Give us a bid for 10 and for 15, cause it might save us a bunch of money. for 15.
Yeah,
Right?
Mhm.
all right, I'll
Or we
tweak
can
that
do it for
language.
10 and negotiate for the 15 if we
You have
decide.
it specified in the fall too, so
Okay.
they don't think they can do it in the spring.
Okay, it's like what time period, like
The fall, right? Specified for fall, or do you want
Yeah.
it for the spring?
fall of
For fall.
2023. All right.
Oh, this fall.
No, this fall, just
Oh.
winter fall. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, we're trying to- yeah. What do you-
fall of, okay, 2022, okay.
What's gonna wind up happening here is if we do get a bid and someone, they get out there, if they get crushed and maybe we wind up with 4,000 or 5,000 yards, and they're gonna get froze out, but at least their stuff will be there and then they start again first day in the spring.
Okay.
That's the real world. For,
So could you say, just a thought, with quantities being 10,000 yards plus bids for 15,000 yards? So that they realize
And
just something to, because this is general, like they're gonna end 15, so they're gonna do a 10 maybe, and then for 15 on the same bid.
yeah, I mean, it should all be on the same piece of paper, but it should be, yeah,
Separate
separate,
bid.
yeah, it should be a separate bid,
Make sure it's separate bid.
yeah. All right, I'll get that
Does
language,
that make sense?
yeah. Yeah, I'll go do it now here and then you guys can look it over.
So like with quantities being 10,000 yards plus bids for 15,000.
Yeah,
Like knowing what they have to do, because this and 15.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right, it's. Hmm. Oh,
Any public comment on this?
No.
You said, anything else?
Do you have some time this week to get with me so I can start invoicing the Forest Service for your work on that road?
so what?
So I can invoice them. Okay.
Yeah.
We need it.
If we want to go by the first, right?
Alrighty, well, then there's no comments and that, we can. Minute ahead, so we'll go to Granite County, or no, sorry.
Thank you,
Granite
Captain.
Paris Dam tenure report, dams at 64, 27.73, 21, 24 inches, and we got a report from Todd Blight. Did you guys get this?
We did.
Oh, Brad Learman and Pat Safford are here for the record. With that. Anyway, I'd entertain a motion on what we're gonna do, and then we can go into public comment.
Well, I'll make the motion that it's going up. And that's partly because of precipitation got up there. But still, I think it's gonna go up. Yeah, 10 for another week, then see what's going.
Okay, so what you're saying is what they were requesting is that we last week go down to 3. And we went to 10 because just
That's
And
the
it-
first, according to regulation and
and
all
with-
that, and to see where the bottom was.
And because we've got the precipitation levels went up, so can give it per bit. Right? Agreed? Okay, so I'll second your motion and keeping it.
Okay, now we're going to public comment.
Yeah, so I think last week there were some misunderstandings about what was being recommended versus talked about. I think we might have a chance to clarify that with maybe with Blaine on Friday. So I don't really want to go into that here, but first off, so you notice that Stephen Bagley and Trevor Watson were on the call last week. And that's because I asked them to attend because when we get proposals about outflows and changing operations, we're talking to a lot of people within the agency. I know you guys want us to be responsive. So these are a couple of the folks that need to hear about what's going on. So if they're at the meeting and hearing the discussion, then we can be more responsive to, your requests. So that's why they're on the line. Yeah, so basically I just wanted to bring out why they're gonna be attending, and we're gonna still try to attend as well. And that I think there were some misconceptions, misunderstandings at the last meeting. And thirdly, 10 CFS sounds fine. For this week.
A lot of last meet, because we never get comments until shit goes down, and then it gets bad, and then all of a sudden we get from you guys and guys, ranchers, everybody, and then it's all.
Right.
If we can ever get communication before this happens and during the summer when stuff going, just a little, hey, you're doing good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's, like that, it gets to help us before it comes to the point, and then it's a great big fight.
yeah.
Every year it's this nice bag every year, and you can see on the record where I say when we get done doing this, darn near every time, no comment, nobody.
So you're saying misconceptions, please, can you explain what you feel the misconceptions were and by whom?
Sure, I wasn't at the meeting, but I heard some follow-up, so correct me if
And you could have watched it
I-
after the fact.
I could have, you're right. But so one, the idea of going to zero CFS, it wasn't something we proposed. I think it was a hypothetical that's pretty unrealistic, so I don't think that was the right thing we were wanting to do. Going like from 3 to 6 CFS is something going less than 6 is something we want to avoid. It's a dire situation. We have gone to 4 before, but we have an apprehension. I think we wanted to discuss that. We didn't want to recommend it, but I think the opportunity to discuss it kind of didn't happen. And, so yeah, I think that was kind of the misconception. And so, yeah. I don't know.
One thing I'd say is I didn't say that you guys would recommend zero CFS, so that was not said by me. If you thought that, then that was a misconception. No. I was saying that I don't agree that the Fish Wildlife Parks and say zero CFS can be let out. So that's what I had said. I will research the issue of the 10 CFS issues, but and you guys are saying that you want at least 6 CFS let out. Is that what you're saying, or?
So, okay, so there's the license condition, which is outflows during the non-irrigation season will be the lesser of 10 CFS or inflows. So that's the license condition. So last week, the prediction from DNRC was 3 CFS inflows. And we know there's some error there. And so, so there's room for discussion and there's nuance.
What I'd say is, wait a week and see what it is instead of coming in and saying we're at 3 CFS. You guys better let out 3 CFS. I don't think that's reasonable at all because you don't know what the actual inflows are.
And I think that's a valid point. I think that's a discussion that needs to be had. That if we have an inflow prediction of 3 CFS, well, let me get to the biology side of things. So the biology, the fish side of things is we want to be between, we don't want to go below 6. That's the biology side of things. So the license, if the inflows are 3 CFS, the license says you should do 3. But biology tells us we don't want to go below 6. Now, keep in mind that if inflows are said to be 3, that there's error there, so it may not actually be 3. So,
So it does really affect going down 3. That's where the big argument comes. We don't, we shut everything off up there and we're about to fish down.
absolutely, yeah.
So I think that was one of the points we were trying to make too, that need to still have water coming down. You know.
Yes.
People's lives and fish and whatever.
Right, right, so is this complicated?
No, I think that sounds good to me. I mean, we could research the issue of the 10 CFS. And I think what you're saying is reasonable to me versus saying they're cutting it off to 0 CFS. That, I mean, that would really.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that wasn't something we were ever saying, I think, do you agree with
But-
that?
Just one thing that I remember the conversation we had. We have a homeowner who is also on the advisory board that wanted us to take it down to 3. And Brad, you were also saying, well, yeah, we could go down to 3, am I correct?
So I said 3 to 6,
Okay,
because I was taking the biology like Pat was saying, I was thinking, I really was kind of comfortable with 6. But inflows were 3, so if you guys wanted to follow the license, you would go to 3. And Pat and I had talked about it the day before, and we thought, 3 would be okay for a while if they really needed to do that. And wanted to follow the license. So that's where I said 3 to 6.
okay.
So, yeah.
So when you say the lesser 10, then we can't have 10, right? Or do we have to be below 10? So we could go to 9.
Well, let's research that a little more on the
Okay.
10 minimum. But what I would say is saying 3 CFS with moisture coming doesn't seem reasonable to me.
Yeah, so my
So
understanding.
that
My understanding was it was difficult to discuss all these nuances, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of information and misunderstandings happening, so we just didn't really get to the detailed nuance of
Right.
it all. And, yeah, it just had a misunderstanding, so I just wanted to clarify that.
Great. Thank you.
All right, Brad, did you have anything to add?
No, I don't think so.
Like I said, just the communication, Pat, that's all we just need help on this stuff. And I know you guys are busy too, but it's when something goes down, it seems like everybody's right at us.
So let me touch on that a little bit too. So this decision isn't just Brad's or just mine. It involves other people, and therefore Stephen and Trevor. And so when we don't know what the proposal is, we're struggling to communicate in a time that works for you. Because we understand that you are working on this in a public forum, that you don't want to make a decision on a proposal and say, this is what you're doing without hearing from the public. So a lot of stuff happens at this meeting. But it's very hard for us to make a decision in that time frame, particularly if it's difficult. So to have Stephen and Trevor on the line is helpful for us to communicate as fast as we can. But sometimes we're going to run afoul of the communication we need to do internally in the time frame that we want. And so we're struggling with that. Does that make sense? Not sympathetic.
Well, the Forest Service and the Fish and Wildlife Service.
You know, I mean, you can say, well, we don't agree with this, and at least we have it on record that you guys are saying you agree or disagree.
Sometimes,
It's only just a little listen or a phone call that just, so we know that we have support or not. Because then when it comes down, we'll go back, we never got nothing.
You're saying beforehand or right there? Okay.
That's only a minute.
well, yeah, but that minute affects a lot of people, as you know.
I know, that's why we do it every Tuesday. And it's a set time.
But I'm just saying, we have a lot of stakeholders involved, whether it be the Valley irrigators, or the homeowners, or the biology, and so that's a lot of that decision isn't something that Brad or I can make.
No, I know that, but it's just like this, we see the moisture, so we already got kind of a plan on all their heads, what's going on. So I mean, it's not like it's just that last second doing it. We know every week, we know what's been,
Yeah, so this week was easy,
yeah.
and we're here to this, easy
It's
check.
supposed to
Yeah.
If it gets hard, when there's a lot of competing interests, then that might be something we need more time.
And that's fine, we can do it, but we need you to come, you can say, hey, we need a little bit of time here, let's.
Okay, well,
That's all I'm asking, that's all I've ever asked.
if you can give us time when we need it, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, it was really good. Like last week, Billy just emailed me, said, please come to the meeting, like, county, like, the commissioners like, talk. That's great. That's all we need. Even if she texts me at 9 o'clock at night before the meeting, I can probably make it. So,
Because we're getting these, we get these letters in, from Todd, and, 3 and we're all like, 3, come on. We're all, and then everybody hears it, all over the grand, everybody.
We get that too.
I know, I'm just saying, there's communication there. I thought it was. All right, Bob, any public comment on that?
No.
Being signed, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for coming in, appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
And Dwayne will check in more on that. too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yep. Sounds
Sounds
good.
good.
All right. Have a good day.
Take care. Yeah.
Thanks. All right, we're gonna, on time here at Granite County Board reappointments, Flint Creek Fire Service Area Board, Valley Fire Board, discussion and decision. The first one's, Jerry Coon for the Valley Fire District.
See, re-upping.
No, usually nothing. And, next one, come on, go ahead. Next,
Reappoint.
Do we do that?
yeah, we only do each one.
I'll move to reappoint Gary Coon. To the Valley Fire Department.
I'll second it.
Any public comment? Being none, all in favor? Aye. Next one's Joe Braybender for Flint Creek Fire Service Area. He's three. Nice to have him. Get people on board.
I'll move to reappoint Joe Braybender to the Flint Creek Fire District.
I'll second it.
Any public comment?
No.
All in favor? See, they got the well drilled down Drummond for the fire hall.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it look like they're starting to get going once they get it.
Yeah.
They see they drilled the well.
So good. Be doing concrete here soon, and hopefully
If
before,
they can get somebody to do it. I don't know if they got it.
yeah, Grosevold's gonna do it, but
Oh.
yeah. Yeah,
That's why
hopefully
they were-
before the snow flies. but-
That's why Chad was talking about Roseville would be in town, because he was talking about that trailer thing.
Oh, yeah,
Talking about
yeah, I said he will be in town.
that. That's right. I didn't know he got the big. He built it, or just a concrete.
No, just the concrete, everything's separated out.
Didn't know they didn't have a lot.
They bought the old Durfee place in Drummond, and they're moving from the fire hall, they sold it, moving down the street, out bigger, better spot. Francis Durfee's place used to be.
Where?
Station.
Yeah,
Or
Mary Jones. I think.
This is off the subject, but you mentioned wells and it just reminded me, I saw them drilling a well below the East Fork Reservoir Dam. Have you heard about that? I just wondered what you do.
They supposedly they're gonna have, hey,
How's it going?
Hello.
Good to see ya.
You too. Been a long time.
yes.
It certainly has.
Too long.
Too long.
Good to see you.
Yes.
You
How y'all
gotta
doing?
open up her wallet so you can check those too.
Well, your hands are all warm.
Oh, okay, all right, that's a good sign. All right, you need anything over there?
Not today. No, I'm gonna grab that big Cures file. University stuff. Read it.
Sarah grabbed it.
All right,
Sarah grabbed it, so she.
what do you have, insomnia or something?
So this daughter 21, is that what you're talking?
Lucky you have to dig the needle in. Well. You know, 14. Her hubby's about to go.
Oh, sorry to hear.
You know, he's got brain cancer.
Oh.
Tana's husband has brain cancer.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's touch and
Make
go.
sure it's in there,
Yeah, she's.
Did you send that other one too?
I'm sending it out today.
Forgot you're on vacation.
I know.
I left you alone.
I'm wrapping everything up here.
So she did get the annual report though. for
Yeah.
22.
Yeah. Sad, sorry.
Yeah. She's handling it pretty good, but, you know. Right now,
Yeah. It's not easy.
Ken has a little cloud over her head.
she does,
Yeah.
it just,
So do I.
It's all.
yeah. Yeah, but you gained some weight back, you look better.
God love her.
Yeah, she. Sweetie. She, I don't know, what's so far behind. doing things. You know, if she comes back and says she can't do your annual report,
Go on.
I really
Absolutely.
You what?
have no.
Okay, we're back on. And we're not going, so everybody knows the Flint Creek project site got,
Tabled.
removed off there to due to the snow factor, they can't see nothing. So we are not going to Flint Creek project site inspection today.
You were gonna say something about Eastwood?
No.
I said, that
Oh, I heard that they're talking about putting in some more fish screens and stuff, so I don't know, maybe if the girls starting to do cast holes, maybe, I don't know, Chuck. That's just what I heard from some of the ranchers, so.
Who would be doing that?
EMRC probably,
Oh,
Trout Unlimited, whatever, like they did.
yeah, I think there was a DNRC truck.
I think that's probably doing test things, because it's so hard to find, they're probably just trying to get some of it started, so next spring, maybe,
I can check with my upper Clark Fork advisory board people on the DNRC.
Yeah, yeah.
Find out if they're doing fish screens.
So, alrighty, was there any? Sure, about a few minutes.
what does PCT stand for?
The, that's the number that Mako gives it, so I'm not sure what the. what the-
Oh, with the classifier.
C's gotta be claimed. Not sure. UCT.
This is his whole def, I know this. This is for the model, right?
Yeah, it's nothing yet, have to read all of it, but I think the
Red, some of it.
exhibits, I think are kind of good to look at, and then,
What is?
the exhibit attachments to it. And then, maybe look where your name was used, Blanchard, because they were talking about you as clerk and recorder. I think that's what their questions they're gonna get out for you. But this, that Browns Gulch Access Road is on that,
I don't think. you
is on
can do
the
it.
1915
You don't
county
have
road
to-
map. So,
You don't have to get a deposition.
Oh,
yeah,
You don't have to read.
and
that.
you're on at 9,
Yeah,
and you're on at
11?
11.
So this right here is the questions they're gonna ask me or what?
Well, it'd be, I think, some similar ones.
And
Yeah,
you'll be there with us.
Yeah.
After we finish over there.
So what page is that?
let's see, there should be a,
Guess I should.
I think there's a, in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Any public comment there?
No.
$74. There is no page 74. $74. You on it?
Mhm.
but you always want to give me an extra seat.
Well, they did.
Oh, for the,
Yeah.
Yeah, light them up. Well, that would have been the, court- that would have been the court reporter.
when are all the depositions done?
Hopefully November 10th is the second day of it.
Well, I never said much today.
No, didn't look too happy.
He's one said girl.
Well, I was saying, using your logic there, your interpretation, you could say that. I don't recall him saying 3 or 6. I recall him saying 3, but he could have said 3 to say. I don't
All
recall.
I remember was 3
But
What, 3 what?
apple or info.
I didn't hear him say 6 either.
None of us-
He was pretty adamant on 3.
Mhm.
Exactly.
that's what kind of basically was shocking to me.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'll do some more research on that 10 CFS minimum.
All right, well, like a minute early. PCT claim. Russ Morrison versus Grant County. Go ahead, Wayne.
So at Mr. Morrison was cited by the undersheriff for disorderly conduct. I prosecuted the case. There was a conviction in justice court. He appealed it. It was dismissed by Judge Dayton. Now they're alleging malicious prosecution, which is 100% frivolous. We have the video of what he did. And so we notified Mako of it. They haven't, basically his attorney, Mr. Hinkie, just sent up like a preliminary email that said, we'd like to resolve this for 25,000. Do you guys want to look at that? I talked to the insurance company and they're like, well, get this before the commission. We would suggest the Maureen Lennon, the attorney for the insurance company, said, yeah, we advise you to deny it. They haven't sent a formal letter yet, but Maureen Lennon said, treat that email as that notice of administrative claim. She's gonna get on here, I think, or she's gonna call. I believe
Oh, I don't know, she's not on.
she was,
Yeah.
I think.
All right.
I have it to go in my.
Uh-oh.
And did you hear a fish skin?
Maybe it's a sand.
Maureen Lennon
Sorry.
is with Mako Trust Defense. She's our county's attorney, but she's paid for by Mako. And she is an excellent attorney. I mean, I wouldn't take her over about anyone defending me every day. So my recommendation would be to deny the claim. She was gonna have a proposed letter for the county to send. So if you do a motion, I would say denying the, yeah, there she is now.
Granite County Commissioner's Office.
Hi, it's Maureen Lennon and Deanne, can you call the Commissioners on Blaine?
Hello,
Hi,
thanks for calling in.
you betcha.
Yep,
We're not gonna take up too much of your time this morning, just a couple minutes, but are you ready to discuss this latest Larry Michigan?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you
Uh,
so much.
Well, just a second, hold it a second.
Maureen, do you want it left in an open meeting or do you want it closed?
Oh, I think we should close it.
Okay.
Give us a second.
Attorney is there, is out
Okay, we're back on. I'd entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we deny the claim from Russ Morrison versus Granite County and accept the letter from Maple.
there.
No, thanks.
From our defense counsel.
Oh, I
the one
did
that
accept
they-
a letter from our defense counsel that would go to the
Mr. Hickey.
Mr. Henke, the attorney for Russ Morrison.
My second.
Any public comment on this? Being none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion been carried and passed.
Thank you.
Job, Lynn.
Thanks.
Righty, well, we will move on to the letter to FERC requesting time extension for the PBA analyst discussion decision. And this is right here underneath. I got it in front of me. I'd entertain a motion on this.
So we go to
Jeremiah.
That's supposed to be 10:15.
Oh, yeah, I'll update the date on. Oh,
Oh, sorry, I thought it was 10. We'll wait till 10:15. Good eye, Chuck. I didn't. I didn't look at my phone.
I'm gonna go look at that invitation bid. I'm gonna make the change.
Can we go off again? This is a personal issue. Okay, we're back on. A letter to FERC requesting time extension for the PBA analyst. Discussion and decision. I have it here in front of me. It's from Jeremiah. Or CC there, Jeremiah, sorry. I'd entertain a motion on this.
I'll make the motion to send the. What's the name of it?
PG analysis.
PG
Extension
analysis, a letter to work request or stating the time period.
I second it.
Any public comment on this? Is Jeremiah on?
No, he's not on this morning.
I just checked. So is there any public comment?
No.
Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion been carried past. I signed it just now.
Perfect. I will get it back over to him and we'll get it to him.
Okay. Long run to talk about for that. Rich moisture, actually, They keep saying we're gonna get a pile of snow, but you know how you hear all that too. It's starting to, like up behind north of Drummond, there was a foot of snow yesterday. But last year. 12th of October, we had a foot of snow. This year, here we're in the end. It's just, so I mean, it's. It's going in the ground, that's good.
Yeah, I still have that much for my place.
You get Drummond, it's in Brad, then
You didn't get snow?
Hmm.
Wow, we got snow.
We don't have snow out at my
You
house
didn't get
either.
snow?
that's what the way how it hits anymore, it just.
The lake got snow.
Right, for a couple minutes early, we'll go into the Granite County resolution for requesting authority for the creation of the county minimum allocation grant for water and sewer infrastructure projects for the town of Phillipsburg. And what this was on last week and we agreed and talked.
Town of Drummond was the first.
Huh?
Town of Drummond.
That's the next one. Yeah, cool.
Drummond's first.
Drummond's first.
Phillipsburg second. So is this something where last week? The mayor of Phillipsburg came in and requested the whole amount and then we said we'd share and Drummond said, go ahead and give. The Phillipsburg the amount and now they're coming back if they want to split it. Is that what this is about?
No,
This is
no,
Different.
It's
this,
different. I think we're just doing, I think in mine is just, we have to do a resolution for Drummond. And then we're gonna do the one for Phillipsburg for the additional. I
No.
assume we already did one.
no, so
No,
this doesn't have anything necessarily to do with the additional funds. This is
Okay.
administration over. The minimum allocation grants falls to us as Granite County, even though it's their projects. And this resolution, if I'm correct, transfers that administration of these grants to them.
Okay, so we're doing it now. I thought we already did it.
We did.
We have an MOU with them, but this wasn't an option until just
Yeah.
recently.
Oh,
So
okay.
we've been administering like the reporting and that kind of
Okay.
stuff.
And the state requires this.
Yeah.
The state requires it.
And that's why I just will say she got up and that we had to do
and
it.
then we'll go to the
That's
second one.
Yeah, and then the next one is the contract, which we don't have the contract done yet, because we've both been. gone.
Okay, so we do the resolution for 22-12. And for the town of Drummond.
I sent this to Mayor Leeper and the town of Drummond was fine with this language. This one just deals with, they're just doing a sewer project, so. The resolution, the title on the resolution part just talks about sewer project, but the town of Phillipsburg will be water and sewer. And this is just the first reading,
Yes,
first reading.
Oh. Ready? Can we talk about that invitation to Big Gravel?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, we're gonna, if he just brought this back down, just that new one, maybe we'll look it over and then. He changed that stuff.
The first paragraph and the start of the second paragraph.
Yeah, I like that better, cause in that way we can get the two bids and take which one we want. It shows that you might get it cheaper at 15.
Yeah.
Thanks, that's way better, cause I had reading it as 25.
So I said each contractor should make a bid for each, and then you guys will decide which one you want based on pricing.
I'd entertain the motion on the, for the invitation to bid gravel crushing for Granite County. If you guys agree with this now.
I will make a motion that, we put a bid for gravel crushing for Granite County, invitation to bid. For 10,000 plus a bid for 15,000 yards.
I'll second it.
Any public comment on this? This was on this morning, we talked about it, so just redid it, so it's all good to go. All in favor? Aye. Thank you. We need to see.
I'll send it to
So
the,
did the motion have to have those Granite County's gravel pit?
no, you just approve
Okay.
the invitation.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll do the resolution 22-13. Granite County Resolution requests authority of the Spirit of the County allocation to ask the water and sewer project for the town of Phillipsburg for 3 years.
Same thing, but for Phillipsburg, and this says water and sewer, because they got both projects, we got money for. This was South Phillipsburg, yeah.
Okay, so explain to me the difference again with what we priorly did and what we're doing now.
This is basically just formalizing so the state knows it, and also stating that the towns now have they have the administrative authority, right, to act under it. And so yeah, it gets the county out of the county still will still need to do a contract with them and everything, but it puts the work onto the towns.
Yeah.
Where the one before put the work on,
Me
Yeah.
previously.
now it puts
Working with them to
Yeah.
do all the ARPA reporting, and we were responsible for all that, but now they are.
This
Okay.
was the original thought that they were gonna take it on, right, Billy? I mean, yeah.
They just, yeah, it,
I
you know,
know,
was
good
an
plan.
evolving thing as they were.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't quite seeing the big picture.
it's been changing frequently in that the whole little world of art.
I think I just started reading through.
I didn't send this to Phillipsburg, but I assume they're good with it because
Yeah.
it's everything we talked about.
You know, why does I keep saying them on my stuff that's ran on me?
So whatever Blaine did to fix Chuck's iPad with the commissioner email issue is the same thing we have to do to
I
your
don't get
phone.
no more county email after that day. That's why I had to call you when you text me. I'm not,
Oh.
after that day, it cleared all my county emails.
Like even your personal county email?
I don't know what
We might
happened
have to call
that
the
day.
AIS
That day,
It wasn't.
I don't know. We might have to call
I
the
just
AIS.
said his line.
If, I thought it was your commissioner email, but if it's your
Oh,
personal,
no,
it's both of them.
them.
Okay, we might have to call the
Down on my county thing, I never got one county thing, that's why I was calling you, so what's this about? And they said, well, read that,
Oh, yeah.
I never got it. I-
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Took that.
It took
That-
the app.
Yeah, but that couldn't have been anything. That must have been some glitch on your
You
phone.
sound like a damn lawyer.
I mean, if I could take stuff off your phone from his iPad, then I'm a pretty good hacker.
That day, I was.
They do.
You know, cancel, okay, on the, but I can't get no email.
I think the problem would be then deleting those accounts out and putting it back on, but I'm not gonna touch your phone.
So I'm not getting no county email, Billy, so
Okay,
I don't know how to fix it. I don't know.
I think we'll have to call the AIS.
Cause I was getting everything and then after last week, I don't get no.
We'll play with it.
Do you know his password for the
For his
Scott
phone?
one?
No, do you know it?
For what?
Your email? Do you know your password?
Well, we have,
Sarah has it in there.
Okay,
I felt she did.
well, the Grant County one,
We
the
can
Scott one.
but
You
you're,
know,
yeah.
they
I'm
have
getting
to.
my stuff.
Oh, it's
Oh,
just
it's just the
county.
other one.
Yeah.
Let me, can I use?
You're playing your phone.
I can do whatever, but I don't even have it on that site anymore. It don't even have nothing.
I'll go into settings, delete that account and,
Re-add it.
yeah, like I did do.
Blaine's the tech apple whisperer.
It's, all trial and error. Yeah, it's doing the same thing as.
Okay, well, as long as you're doing that, we'll go into the 1030 minimum allocation grant application with the town of Phillips for discussion. This is the one where the mayor came in and talked about the
Yes.
last 11 grand.
And so we don't have the application ready for signature yet, because I was gone last week and so was Maureen, so we were texting back and forth and trying to work through submittable together. I just got into my submittable and I see where the DNRC sent this increase of their award form that I'm working with Maureen on. She has put in all their budget stuff to hopefully get all that, but we have to have it done by November 1st, which you guys meet on November 1st, and we need to submit it before then. So this is kind of on here as a preliminary thing, so all of our boxes are checked.
The next to that one, they said that. there'd be a good
Were there any-
chat, So you can turn in time and get something.
I think that was Forest Service stuff, but yes, but we are working and we will get that in by November 1st. This is more of a
There's really nothing
formality.
we can do until that's done.
We just need your approval to submit the grant application, even though I don't have the grant application to show you right
My
this second.
invitation.
I would make a motion that we approve the grant application with town of Phillipsburg for the minimum allocation.
I'll second it.
Any public comment on this?
Mhm.
All in favor?
Uh,
Okay, I want to make one note there this morning. I asked for comments on correspondence too. And then I got. Maybe upset with me that I did.
Gulch was,
Yeah, but it's on this. I did ask for public
or
comment,
did she get on it?
so.
That was from this morning or last time,
This morning.
this morning?
There is no Flint Creek project site inspection once they're due today. Due to the weather, been canceled. Not know that anything the motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, wait, Elena just raised her hand.
Who is?
Elena,
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your hand. Go ahead, Elena, for the record.
Thank you. Just clarification on that last item. Not the inspection, but the application. You don't have it written yet, but you approved it?
this is for the funds that they approved to transfer to the town of Phillipsburg. Maureen and I are working on finishing up the verbiage in the grant application so we can submit it for that remainder of funds. It has to be submitted before November 1st, which we have to have approval to be able to submit it because they don't meet again until after the deadline.
Okay, so you're approving it now before you have all that information, because that's what it sounded like to me.
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Thank you. Just want to confirm that.
Good, thank you.
So what we're approving is we're approving the funds go to Phillipsburg.
To apply for the.
Yeah,
Funds go to Phillipsburg.
You are approving it before it's completed, but you know it's, you know what's in it and know it's, you've already approved every aspect of.
We're
of
approving the letter to be drawn up and sent by November 1st.
Yeah,
And we talked about it last week too. It's no big deal. It's always the right way. Thank you.
So Blaine, would you say we're following the true course of action?
yeah, you're doing nothing wrong.
And it'll be all the same stuff that was in the last grant application for the same project. 'Cause they're just increasing funds for the same project. It's not a new project. You fix it.
Things are good.
I gotta be
I
here
forgot.
at 9 this morning here.
We're gonna stay over there.
9, and I gotta be up on that. I'll leave you.
He's not here. He don't have to be here.
Yeah, I was
It's
good.
you and me.
Who's not here?
He has not been
Oh, no.
opposed.
Okay.
Ah,
I hope you don't get nothing.
Are you guys adjourned? Okay.
I'll be out on the muzzle loader, so.